That tells me how bad I am. I was talking the whole time. It's like, oh, wait, is my microphone even picking up sounds? Like, nope. Oh boy. Okay. I'm sorry. Alright. Like I was saying, give me like a couple of seconds and we can actually like begin talking about this thing. So I'm sorry. That, wow. I've just been talking to myself. I can probably move this over here too. Yeah, give me one more second. Alright, got that good. Hey guys, hello everybody, how y'all doing? Joke. Yeah, this shows you how much I have not started doing any type stream at all. Mic isn't working, and don't even have updated transitions or whatnot. That says a lot. But hey, it's been a while. Besides the last stream where I had to basically wait forever. Now we just gotta something, I guess. At the very least, I'm not gonna stay up till like 11 o'clock on the day I gotta work to like take care of this. I still have a lot of like leftover things to do, but there's always fine. So let's just catch up a bit. So. No, if anyone's so always question. Who saw the episode today? I'll say this. Probably the best episode for a minute. Like I really enjoyed it, so that's good. Better than whatever was going on. Can I just say episode 5, like episode 5 feels like it was way longer than it was. It's kind of crazy. Oh, it's louder? Okay. I'll cut that down a bit. Thank you. Alright. sorry, I'm just like, I just finally like looked at. Okay, can I say this? Man, I hate what the hell's going on with this with Twitter. Yeah. All right, that's good. Thanks. Sorry, but yeah, I've been just kind of looking at Twitter or X Games or whatever the hell you want to call this trash ass site. But it's like, I like how the For You tab tells me more about things I know before anything else. Because I'm just like, what is? Hold on. Okay. But it's like For You tells me every tweet I want to know, but it comes out like 1,800 years. Yeah, but it's very much like, man, where is everything? Also, damn, they were waiting to shoot they were waiting to just straight up shoot Overwatch 2 when it came out. Sorry, but yeah, actually, yeah, it's just crazy. But I'm just everything. But it's like For You is like, it tells me all the things I know, but so far late, or 9 hours later, and everything. What? And then everything else is like, oh, it's all recent stuff, but it's like, yeah, it's like I really need some stuff right now. But on that note, I guess we're here for the real reason we're here for everything, which is yeah, new Vanguard ban list came up. And okay, so I will talk about. I kind of have like a little thing I want to talk about V later, so I'm just gonna go with standard. Standard, it's fine. These changes. It's kind of ironic how like people were saying like these changes didn't do anything. It's like they did do something. That's kind of like stop. Not even like. Let's kind of like break it down though. It did do something, right? It makes it means that Jet is less oppressive, right? Because now you have this thing of Swirler and GG. They're choice restricted, meaning they can't be playing the same deck. That pretty much means that now Gungram pretty much has to take over, and the difference is that Gungram takes over for Brainwash Swirler, or you choose Swirler and Gungram, which I don't think anyone's gonna play. I think everyone's, if I can recall, let me go to VG Paradox real quick, because this is also important. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see, Jet. JP Dex stats, can I? Japanese. Excuse me. Let's look at like a modern list when it loads. Oh, just like what the heck is that? Maybe not this list exactly. Alright, sorry for that. Whew. Let me get a list that was before. Yeah, somewhere around here. I don't know when their set drops, but pretty much like you look at the whole thing, right? They pretty much replaced Swirler with her, so that's like an entirely different thing. From set 9, we already have that, so it's not even perfectly fine. So really, it's just kind of like this is pretty much what Jet is going to look like, and in that case, it actually kind of nerfs Jet, which is really it nerfs Jet in a way that's like, yeah, deck is so strong, but it's not completely got all this bunch of offensive power that the deck had, right? It really weakens the early game somewhat. It also allows, like, you know, it doesn't like draw you so many cards as possible, so that's already good. The Ava Combine Rusher thing is primarily because it's just Ava. You know, I don't know. Did they? I'm assuming they kind of kept the. Let's see, standard Japan. Ava's like the 9th deck, so we go to like a list like this. Man, deck log is taking a while to load. So kind of go like this, and kind of becomes more like this. It's really just losing Combine Rusher kind of like kills a lot of its early game power, which is also kind of fine. I think the standard hits are fine. I get everyone's like, yeah, it's way too late and everything, but considering the last JP Fighters rule, let me see. Considering the last change was something for Ebisu, like there's nothing else to bring over. So there's nothing else really to bring over, and you know, I understand the whole getting with best harvest. That's probably the one thing I could say, but who knows? You know, who knows? We're missing a whole we're missing like 1,800 decks. Ironically, they're all collabs, but it's like, gosh dang. But that's the thing. As for the other, go back to the fighters rules. Next up, we got the premium, double dose premium, because of course, Kokushigarasu ban. This card is terrible, obviously good. The Karinus ban is there because the infinite loop that will never exist ever. And then Full Bronto is here because, well, I don't know if it's going to stay for long, but I definitely think something had to change because, you know, the Vanquisher one is going to be crazy, so. Sorry. Full Bronto, who knows there? As for the other thing, unrestricting Harry and Alice is fine. Remember, those are still pretty strong. This just gives them all the pieces they need. In Toronto one is good. This card is crazy, and having it at more than one copy is just going to hurt a lot of things. It's like, yeah, your Chronicle is just pretty strong, and who knows? And you know, we're going with History Collection, but I don't think we have many results for History Collection. Let's go to Google Premium. Yeah, we don't have any Japanese results, but we got a lot of global results, which is basically just turned into premium Steam mains, so nerfing Steam mains is fine. Overall, I think the list is the. Trying to figure out what I'm trying to say here. I think it really is just. Does giving image at restriction image was already at least above them post pre-order number. So the answer is no. But I don't think it's kind of like I'm conflicted, because it's like, on one hand, it's nice to just have more conformed ban list and whatnot, but on the other, the changes aren't as necessary as they were back in the day, especially now we've switched to, you know, we're way further ahead in sets than anything, so it's like kind of like taking two decks and like nerfing them when like we've got like 1,800 other decks in the format. Yeah, I think I just kind of like taught my way out of it. It's like I think more so just like that goes to a point I'm about to make, which is, God, why did this take so long? Let me go back. Can I find the JB restriction again? Because this is actually just JP Fighters rules. They were dropped 7/1/23 2 months ago. So product string. Product string information. Probably wouldn't have passed. Nah, I can't do past 2 months. But like the let's see, 21st and 8, 9, and 10. So I'm really just kind of like, I can't find the new product stream info. hold on, let me, because I remember they gave us a date, so I need to see it. Hold on, search. Is there no? I know we got details on the next product stream. I don't know where they are. I can't find it, but yeah, we're getting a product stream in like a month, right? So my problem with this whole thing is we had this. So when I think the actual date is supposed to be the 21st, I think it's just like a mess up. So 21st of July, right? July 21st really is when we got it. We're well, actually no. That's way too early. Okay, the timeline is confused, but the point is it's been like a month and a half since we got the product stream. And then here we are with, you know, we got this, here we are, 6/13 on 7/31. Yeah, that's it, the 6th. So we're almost at another product stream, and we're getting the English ban list. When I remember, literally last year, we always got the ban list lined up with the Japanese English one. That was the plan. That was the plan that was there ever since they added the Japanese English format. Yeah, in April. So like we should have got this in July, and in next ban list we take care of anything else. The problem I have, and this is completely like the biggest problem, is just that this is as I try to get out the Genjutsu. Yeah, the problem is this takes place August 25th. We were going to have a product stream, I think, literally 2 weeks later. So this is technically lining up with that ban list. Why? Why did it take 2 months to drop a list that is about 50-60% old things, an unrestrict that was somewhat irrelevant except for one matchup for one deck, a deck that only really exists with History Collection. So now this list, if the list was only here because of Full Bronto, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be completely I'm upset. If the list was only here and they delayed it, just that History Collection drops and they can ban Full Bronto. Because now you just wasted everyone's time. You wasted everyone's time for 2 months to ban Full Bronto. You could not just say, hey, it's even crazier. Hold on, let me find the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG list. Not Dragon, Errata. So let's see. In the Errata, TCG. Yeah, let me find that. I know it's here, but it's like, yeah, no, but the kind of like reminder of everything, like, hey, you know what? That's it. Yeah, Ancient Fairy, the most closest thing, Ancient Fairy Dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon in Yu-Gi-Oh! Got an errata, and it was, once it got the errata, it was taken off the ban list around the reprint. So it's very much like, so what the? So it's like you could have just like said, hey, we're gonna put full Bronto here, but it won't be until he won't be here until History Collection gets done. You could just put that there when you release the list and be like, actually put like a statement, say, hey, we want to make sure everything's good, so we're releasing History Collection. We're hitting full Bronto off rip. You know, we've got the reasons. Here's the reasons. If the deck doesn't do anything, maybe we'll take it off and we'll fine. But it's like, okay, that's fine. But that's the only thing that changed from this entire list. Nothing else was relevant to anything Pro History Collection. Like, Standard didn't hit, V Premium does not matter. And in Premium, it's like, again, it's 40% hits, a hit that needed to happen earlier, a hit that pretty much got an unhit, and a card that the only one card was really affected by the release of History Collection. So you could have pulled a Ancient Fairy Dragon. It's a rare routing Ancient Fairy Dragon, and you know, put it there. Like, how did Konami beat you to this card will be banned post this date for this reason? Even then, you could have just hit it. Like, no one's playing Vanquisher in Premium anyway to warrant this. Let's go back to Paradox real quick. No one's playing Premium Vanquisher or everything. Everyone's playing Eradicators. So it's not as if is it gonna suck for the Vanquisher players, the 5 who exist? Yes. But was it really gonna be anything? No. So it's like you could at least had a date. But yeah, if they really just waited until History Collection dropped to drop this, oh my goodness. Which this brings me to my point. I don't know what's going on anymore. Like, I don't know who's making these decisions anymore. But I need them. I'm starting to say, you know what? Somebody needs to get fired at this point. I'm tired of watching such BS pull up on the screen. It's like, it's frustrating. You know what you know what I thought when I was at work? I thought this really nice video I could do, which is gonna be like a whole thing, and I'm gonna do it because it's gonna be there. I won't let you know until later, but it's also going to be part of another, you know, kind of like a sequel video to something I'm gonna drop next week, which is the whole Will Dress discussion piece I'm about to do. Right, I've pretty much like almost completed that. It's gonna be done soon. I'm gonna record it and edit it within the next few days, and it'll be released sometime next week. But the fact that I'm doing this right before that we're already having a negative thing right before I release a potentially other negative thing into a potentially positive thing is gonna be is whiplash, you know. So again, my problem is it did not need to take this long, and the more and more like the more and more times they have these issues, the more and more times I get frustrated because this was not like this. Quite literally a year ago, it was not like this. We got ban list around the same time. If they didn't, they at least said, hey, you know, this is gonna come soon, it's gonna come around here, whatever, right? They at least let us know in advance. It's not gonna be released the same day, but it's gonna be released sometime in the next month or so, right? It gave us that, and they also did it in the same day too, within the same day or same week as the other product streams. So why did they really just wait? It really is. This past year has just been really, really questionable. And I'm not talking about, I'm not trying to be negative in terms of like Vanguard's in a spot, because Vanguard's not in a bad spot. I think Vanguard probably, to me, I think is in probably one of the best spots it's been in a minute. I think there's a lot of cool decks in format. I think there's a lot of, at least in Standard, I think we're on the cusp of a new meta that obviously, like, you know, the West is going to pretty much devour and like show up literally like in 2 weeks. That's gonna be cool. You know, I think V is probably one of those things of, it's in a spot of, I feel like this could be so much better, but at the same time I feel like no one's really like delve deeper into the format anymore. I think everyone's just kind of like giving up on V, which is sad. I think really there's a lot of stuff in V that I think is probably like missing, and I think that's why I'm like, I feel like you could just drop a ban list for V and change some stuff. I think that's just kind of like the thing. Hold on. What is this? But I think you can hit a ban list of V, because I think that at least, I think people are like, oh, there's so many like old decks there. Like, yeah, but there's some other stuff from not History Collection. Well, History Collection does give reprints for decks that really, you know, do have it in V, as well as also it means that decks that weren't really played get a chance to sign. Like, the fact that it took like how long until, like, let's look at the speed premium decks. Leopold, no one was playing Leopold until this year. So it took them 18 years to realize Leopold's good, as well as Battle Sisters, right? These two decks took so long to finally come into the meta. Same with Glendios. So it's like Sharad Amon. It's like no one's playing the format to realize there's cool stuff in the format. So you're killing the game because you don't want to play the game. I understand you may not like gifts, okay? Sorry, I'm ranting. I'm sorry, I'm ranting. But it pretty much is like everyone say like, man, V's on its way out. Man, if only you played the format to see why it's on its way out. I get you're frustrated with it, but at the same time, it feels like you aren't playing in the sauce. You would rather play Standard, which you didn't want to play. You didn't want to play it for a year and a half. I understand it's gotten better now, but you didn't want to play it, and now you're also posting on premium, but you literally do not care about V. So stop saying shit about, oh man, V's dead. You don't care. I don't want to hear from people who don't care about a format saying that a format's dead when you ain't even tried. Miss me with that bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been holding on to that one for a while. I'm sorry. Feels like James. I don't even. I disagree with that. I feel if the JP branch has an English branch in a chokehold, then the JP branch is completely at fault for everything that's happening in English, which is insane. I don't think anything about the English branch. If the JP branch is the reason why we got the $80 mask set, if the JP branch is the reason we have so much this abyss level of promo distribution where people haven't gotten promos for months at their locals and everything, then I need to see Kadani. I need to see Kadani when he comes to America. I need that brother. Me and him have to have a talk, because there's no way you can say the JV branch is the English branch of chokehold, and yet the main person who runs the whole thing is out here traveling the world. Like, no, we need to have a conversation then. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's the JV branch as the English branch in the chokehold, or whatever Vice has said. It is the English branch is incompetent. I have to say it, because no one else will. It's incompetent. It is frustrating. Because there's no way you're selling. Where's this stupid mask? Right? Like, we got this thing, right? Road mask comes with a storage box, playmat, fighters coins, 3 going for markers, 2 pre-Rs, which are the mass, right? And then we've got, and then we have this right here, and it costs $80-$90. Meanwhile, I can look up a Pokemon supply set. Gosh dang, I'm bad typing. Pokemon TCG supply set. Bam! $20. Toolkit $29. $29. $34 at max. They, like, no one was buying that. And these things come with, keep in mind, these things come with massive staples for the entire game. $29. And I'm, you know, Pokemon's been killing it because they've been willing to let people in the game. This is not how you do it. This thing, like, I appreciate the willingness to try and do something different for English, but we had things like Revival Collection, where it's like, yeah, it came with reprints. We didn't get that from JP. That's cool. But now we've gone from that to rip off Central here. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because I've seen the game at its peak, and I'm seeing it at its mid right now. I'm seeing it at its mid right now, and it's frustrating. Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm sorry. It's been a while. They are, but it's also being reprinted in set 12. But the English side gets a exclusive like set that comes with 2 of them. But there's an issue with it, so that's kind of the whole point. So yeah, I didn't want it to go into a whole rant about the state of Western Vanguard, but it continues to add on to the fact that, like, yeah, Vanguard looks great in Japan. Vanguard looks fantastic in Japan. I can see why Different Fight never wants to leave. If it weren't for the fact that he has a family in his home country, that brother would never go back. He would revoke his citizenship and never go back. He would never leave. And I kind of get it. I completely get it. But that's more because just Japan just seems like a nicer place to live right now and everything. So that's also cool. But it's just a whole thing. So it is pretty much like people. It's so to kind of like wrap this whole thing up. Standard is late. Cool. Whatever. I don't really care. They didn't even hit. They didn't have any other changes to really add, because if you change the whole thing and be like, oh, we could add a Gandiva, then you know, in that case, then JP really would have a chokehold. Premium is baffling because it's like, yeah, this is a good change. This is a good change. These were necessary. But if that son of a gun right there is the entire reason why this list is 2 months late, then this is a failure list. And we've hit the self-fulfilling prophecy of no one plays premium. Well, no one plays V premium. So, like, how could they make a change when they don't have any data? It's like you want the game to die. You want it to die. I know you do. It's frustrating. Or rather, I don't know if you want to do, but it's like, it feels like you really just don't care no more. And I despise that so badly. That's just me. That's just me. The person who's all of a sudden studying up for me now. It's like, well, no one else will. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, let me find the Dragon Ball Super. Just kind of like a brief thing because I'm gonna do a video on it later. If I can. TCG. Does Reddit have it? Do. Years ago, is anyone got like a rip of this? There should be a thing here, but yeah, the whole thing is yeah, the Dragon Ball Super card game is pretty much effectively getting rebooted. Which is kind of crazy to me. It's like, that's why I feel like they ramped up production on so much between Cross Epic and Stride sets. Bouts for the premiere format. Technically it is pretty much escape routes. Think about it. Yeah, you're probably right. But yeah. So yes. So here's the deal with the whole Digimon thing. If I can, like, so I'm trying to find like a good like piece of it. So I love how there's no like actual like thing there. So many like things. There's nothing in the subreddit that like tells me anything. Holy cow, bro! There's a lot of Doom posts, but not any like real details about what happened. But to kind of like put it like this, Dragon Ball Super is technically having a Vanguard style reboot, in which it will continue. It'll create like a new era, but they're also going to like split into two parts, more akin to like less Vanguard, I guess, more like Build Divide, in which like they pretty much like made two separate formats. One's gonna be like again another re-entry format, and one's gonna still be the Eternal format, right? But like they're both gonna continue at the same time, so you're not really gonna have that issue. The biggest criticism I've seen so far is that a lot of people is that when a couple months ago at the Dragon Ball World event, they announced a digital version of the game. That was a big news thing, and one of the things was like, yeah, they had a beta for it. I unfortunately like missed my announcement that I got in the beta, but also I think it was just like out of town that weekend, ironically too. So I was like, I wasn't gonna play it anyway. Unfortunately, I was really looking forward to it. But now they've said that when the reboot happens, sometime early next year, that the digital game will start supporting that form from that format onwards. So which is crazy because the beta had old cards from past sets. So it's kind of like, so a lot of Dragon Ball players are frustrated because they feel like they got robbed of the digital version they wanted, and they're pretty much being told, hey, play. They're pretty much being hey, it's kind of like the equivalent of like people who played, standard and V, being told, hey, pretty much we're going to support standard so much, you pretty much have to play it. Basically being told you have to play it, as opposed to you don't have to. But it's like it's getting way more support than like everyone expected, and old players are like, this feels messed up for everybody who's been around. I mean, that doesn't mean exactly like. So I think that's kind of the thing. Hold on. To say this. Please write this down. Okay, it's kind of like this. Like, it doesn't. A reboot doesn't necessarily mean that a game is dying, but rather the entry point has just fumbled. I think that's just kind of the point. We've lost the plot somewhere in the era of the game, and I saw it too. It's like I watched the last Dragon Ball like Worlds, and I had no clue what the hell was going on. But one, that's because I played Dragon Ball for a bit. Like, I got a couple decks like put up in storage now because I don't really play it anymore. But there were so many things that were just moving and schmoving, so it's like, yeah, the entry point didn't seem. It seemed like a lot. It seemed like a lot of things weren't going well. It seems like this is a way for people to also for them to put it on the JP side, because Dragon Ball Super is English exclusive. So now this new reboot is also going to push it into the JP format, and that's really the whole thing. It's meant to be like a restart of JP. It's pretty much Battle Spirits. It's like the opposite of Battle Spirit Saga, basically, which is quite funny if you think about it. So yeah, there's a lot to kind of talk about there. There's a lot. I'm gonna do more research on it and then actually kind of give my full thoughts on the video sometime. But I've been working on so many other like side projects that like going into this whole thing is, I don't know if it's gonna be great or not. So should we do anything else? Hold on. We read this. Time to vote cast. Yeah, I liked this past episode. I thought it was really, really good. It felt like it's kind of the point of over. It's like, it felt like an episode we've been missing for a while. It's like one of those things that we really missed in a while for the series, and I really liked it. There's a lot of characters being characters, showing why we like them in the first place. I'm like, damn, I forgot I do like y'all. It's been that dire for almost 5 episodes. I'm just like, it's like, oh my god, the plot is not hitting. But I really did like this episode for the characters, so that's really good. I just wish I just have this fear that, you know, I'll explain in my video, that like they're probably going to just try and shove. Oh, I haven't been listening to the thing, but yeah, I had the the Rugal thing, the theme. Well, yeah, I like it. It's King of Fire's music is good. That's just the long and short of it. But yeah, I really just feel like the characters got a chance to shine, which they haven't in a while. Thank goodness. We really needed more episodes like this in a long time. I'm just kind of concerned that what they're going to do next episode, which apparently is going to be taking a week off, is also going to be, which in that case, hey, you know what, I get a good week to like put in that video. But it's going to be like, we're going to have to like do a lot of details of trying to figure out, okay, here's Jinky's backstory, here's the whole situation with the ultimate fight, here's this whole thing. And I'm going to be upset because I know there's not going to be anything that comes of this ultimate fight. Like, I just know it. We haven't had any like magical Vanguard shenanigans in the show to really be like, yeah, we're gonna open up a path to Cray, or we're gonna re-establish the connection that Earth and Cray were missing, yada yada yada. It's not gonna really lead to anything, I fear, which I think is the most disappointing thing. If it does, you know, it does, and it does it well, hey, you know what? I'll apologize. I'm sorry, but that's just the whole thing. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for the stream. I don't really have any much to say. Gotta go and put some wings in the oven, you know, for dinner. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. You know, this is nice. You know, maybe one day I just, you know, try and actually get all my stuff set up in a way that's really cool. This is amazing music, but please, God, no. Like, can we? No. Oh no. I'm already cool. I already got the tree. I don't need no more other things. Like, it's so crazy how much like BS Cray has been in. It's like, man, it's like they got peace for 3,000 years, and the second a blue-haired anime boy joins the game, they go through hell immediately. The second a blue-haired anime boy picks up a card, they're already getting smoke. It's just crazy to me. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's it. I'll release the video later. Thank you for. Oh no, that's not supposed to play. Oh, by the way, go watch Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle is pretty much the best chance we've got of having modern tokusatsu in the West, please. But besides that, thank y'all so much for coming through. I appreciate y'all watching. I will drop this Will Dress video, the Dragon Ball Super video, within the next week, hopefully, and then we'll get to grinding, and I'll explain what my new goal is later. So, yeah.